Topic and rationale. The attention of my research is directed onto the tools of transitional justice. The main purpose of the research are the Truth and Reconciliation Commissions and the legal prosecution, especially from the perspective of the 1994 genocide in Rwanda. This topic was chosen in regard to the enormous importance it carries in decoding the after-conflict reconciliation process. Furthermore, it concerns the demands of justice in societies that needs to cope with their past after tragic mass violations. The motive is the vastness of the Rwandan genocide, which represents one of the most brutal events in history. This work also brings contemporaneous and understanding of the consequences of these mechanisms subsequently applied and make future reactions after facing crises of such type. My thesis statement. By examining the usage of truth commissions of legal prosecution in Rwanda after genocide in 94, the goal of this study is to survey the success of several transitional justice tools as they seek to mine, fact, promote accountability, foster reconciliation. Those mechanisms, for all their families and complications, have played a key part in trying to come to terms with the massive injustice and chart a new path for Rwanda struggling to recover from genocide. Key points. I want to investigate truth commissions in Rwanda, specifically the National Unity and Reconciliation Commission and the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda. I plan to look into how they function and analyze the effectiveness of the platforms these bodies provided for the victims and perpetrators to tell their stories, the historical truths that were documented, and national reconciliation. On the downside, I intend to examine the criticisms and questions that have arisen around the truth-telling shelves, the political limits to the search for historic and moral shreds of justice that are ordinarily the virtues attached to the truth-telling processes. Prosecution of law. Legal prosecutions will be the main subject under review. This will include how it was done in the local courts in Rwanda and how International Criminal Tribunal handled it. This is all to ensure that all was to hold accountable those who did the crime. My discussions will also include the following importance of trials that took part thereof. Some of the key people from those involved, it is likes of Jean Paul Akisu and Jean Kambanda. What proceedings was set then, and what justice was to the victims thereof. Also on the agenda and in the broad step that will be put on the table includes the criticisms of legal prosecution that is received. Issues such as the ways in which the perpetrators seemed scot-free, the resources were very limited, and how the lower level perpetrators were going to be prosecuted. The effect of truth commissions and legal prosecution on Rwanda society. I will analyze the effect of these institutions on the current state of society, considering issues regarding the restoration of confidence in legal structures as well as social healing and reconciliation. I will further analyze the opinions of a variety of people, ranging from victims to the perpetrators themselves and government officials, in order to evaluate the relative success or failure of these approaches. Injustice to justice. Analyzing the profound injustices of Rwandan genocide, my work will progress from injustice to justice by observing distinct transitional justice mechanisms. These mechanisms aspire to establish a society that is legal and concordant by displaying reality, making those who are liable for their criminal activities answer, and ensuring peace between those who are at polar opposites. This focus is significant because in Rwanda, the concept of freedom, justice, and peace was contrived through the acts of truth, justice, reconciliation, peace, enablers, and their allies. This idea holds values because these practices exemplify the significance of law and proficient prosperity. Thank you.